There we go. We're going to be opening with Darkest Dungeon. We're going to be switching over from that to either Going Under or Cyber Shadow. If I'm like... I'm going to be playing Cyber Shadow tonight, and we're going to be starting our Born Ready playthrough, which means no health upgrades, no SP upgrades. Gonna have to see how that goes. It's probably going to be pretty rough. Hey, Jessipan, how you doing? Hey, Keed, what are you up to? Yes, I see. Welcome. Yes, welcome to Keed. What was I going to say? Right, no health upgrades, no SP upgrades for Cyber Shadow. We're down to the last 3 achievements in Cyber Shadow, so there's not really much left. Not much left in it. It's all just full playthroughs at this point. Actually, 2 full playthroughs and 1 half playthrough, or quarter playthrough, I guess. Yeah. Keith, it's been so long since I've screamed it. My vocal cords almost forgot the feel. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. And then finally we're gonna probably like round things out with Monster Train at the very end of the stream. So actually planning on doing 4 games tonight, ideally. We'll have to see how it goes though. Darkest Dungeon though, I have 2 bosses lined up for us to fight. The Swine God and the 16 pounder. So yeah, pretty sure that'll be interesting. Last time we fought the I think it's like 12 pounder. Last time we fought that, it vaporized one of our characters. So the 16-pound Swine God. Swine God, I assure you, is more than 16 pounds. Alright, so let's get this rolling. First of all, because the fucking... no, it didn't vaporize Keed. It vaporized Floppable. Though, Keed did die again. Keed died again actually off stream last night. Getting ready for tonight's stream, Keed, I'm trying to think of how you went this time. I'm trying to think. Did you live? I don't remember. I think you did live now that I think about it. It was just very close. It was a very close call because it was a case of, you took a couple really bad crits in a row, which is usually the thing that ultimately at this point ends somebody, is taking too much focus damage and too much crits. It's kind of funny because as I play Darkest Dungeon and like learn the ins and outs of this game, it becomes more and more apparent like how characters fucking die in this game, and it is almost definitively tied to focus damage and just too many crits in a row, because like crits happen sometimes like excessively in this. It's like my character yesterday died. I suffered just 1 second. I suffered 1 heart attack, 2 heart attacks, 3 heart attacks last night before I finally fucking bit the dust. Like, that is what kills you in this game, is just too much focus damage, or too much stress in that case, but it was like focus stress damage. When the monsters just will not leave one character alone. And you know what? I'm okay with it though. It was something that it happens. Did Keed die? Maybe Keed didn't. Keed did die. Whoa, hello. That was weird. No, what? No. Okay, anyways. So, Keed did die. Okay, Keed did die. We're gonna just check the graveyard. Keed 1. Keed 2, right. Heart attack due to unsustainable stress. Okay, so... Well, at least tell me I protected the group. You were really stressed out, apparently. That's what did you in. We will find a replacement Keed soon. There's a Keed right there, but no. That's okay. Alright, which is a shame because, like, literally Man-at-Arms, I'm not even kidding, is easily the best tank in the game. Like, uncomparably good. So I've already got a team preset for the Swine God, so that's what we're going to be fighting. And then we're going to be fighting the Brigade 16-pounder, which is honestly a really scary fight, so I'm hoping that that goes well. Because I'm going out and making sure I'm the only one going out. Yes, you were the only one that died there. Yeah, just a bad case of focus damage, I think. Though, in the case of the Man-at-Arms, focus damage is something that, like, that's what they're supposed to be able to take. So you were kind of doing your thing, and it just, like, added up to be a little bit too much. I think we're pretty much good at this point. Alright, we're gonna delve right into this.
The great thing I had managed to bring through was brutish and stupid. Moreover, it required prodigious amounts of meat to sustain itself. But this was only a trifling concern. After all, I had a village full of it.
Well, that's unsettling. This really great thing I brought through. Yes, the Swine God. Wonderful. What a great thing. What a great thing to make. And all it needs is just an unreasonable amount of meat.
Abomination. A testament to my failures. It must be destroyed.
Oh, this is a weird dungeon. The farthest is this one. So, the bosses always spawn at the farthest room, so it should be up and to the left.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Oh, spiders. Often surprisingly dangerous. Great. Good. Okay. That helps a little. Good. Okay. Nice. Okay, that was not that bad. I'm definitely, like, most of my teams have hit the point where they feel like capable of handling most of the regular dungeons pretty well. There's nothing that, like, stands out to me as being, like, too excessive that you run into them. Sometimes you run into, I forget what their name is in this, but they're like a spear throwing pig, and that one is really dangerous. There's every region has one enemy that's like considered like a super enemy. I guess it would be like considered like an elite. And that is usually a dangerous enemy, but most other fights are pretty a-okay. You generally, like, when you like die and lose in this game, it is from like just compounded damage over time. You get run down. Okay, we can get rid of a bad perk. Who has a really bad perk? Let's find out. Actually, most of the characters have pretty bad perks. Everybody has like one. E. I'm gonna actually say with Van Gogh for here. All right. More spiders, just right out of the gate. Anyways, how's everybody doing tonight? What's everybody up to? Hope everybody had a good day, and you know, there. Shoot all these spiders at least once.
Obliterated.
Taking it easy? Gotcha. How'd Monster Hunter go yesterday, White? You tell me a little bit about it. Oh. Well, you rest up, okay? It's been getting harder and harder, but a baby Rib's here to cuddle with. Oh, baby Ribs. It's such an unusual name, but it's such a cute name. Oh,
Formation is broken.
didn't get that poison tub yet. Still eluding you, huh?
Compassion is a rarity.
Oh, well, take it easy, okay, Hannah. I saw like a couple tweets earlier, and I just felt like I should, you know, respond to them.
Triumphant pride
When
precipitates
you're,
dizzying fall.
I find in your early 20s, you have a sense of like, I have to accomplish stuff and do things, and why haven't I made it yet? That's really normal. That happens to, I think, everybody in their 20s. Let me just say that, like, success is success, and finding like bigger purpose and stuff like that takes a lot of time. It sounds cuter in Portuguese. Costelina? Costelina? Oh, that is actually super fucking cute. Oh my god. Oh, that's such a cute name. But it's like it's super normal. I remember when I finished school and everything, and I was starting to work on my own projects and stuff, and trying to make my own projects work, and it was just like I wasn't finding any real success with it. I mean, I was scratching by, and you know, over time it was clear that I wasn't going to be able to carry on what I was doing. And I had to pick up a lot of part-time work and stuff like that to kind of get by. And you know, it was one of those things that it took a lot of years before I found something that I found like something that I felt like I was doing good at. You know what I mean? And I'm not even kidding. Like when I say a lot of years, I literally mean like within the last 8 months. So it can take a long time to find stuff, and everybody moves at a different rate. Nothing says that you won't find exactly what you want to be doing, like right away. Find, you know, what is the term? There's a term for this. Ikigai, I think it is. Like essentially like kind of your mix of like you know, what makes you content. What the hell? No, what did I just do? Oh my god, I actually draw my hair clip and my hair caught it. That was kind of cool. For me, it's more about being with my mental health fucked up for so much. Yeah, and I mean, like, that can take a lot of time. I do recommend, if you have options, looking into options. Like, I made the mistake myself of suffering with it for like 10 years, and it was rough. It was rough. Mental health fucked up for so much time that I feel I feel life is on hold for, yep, that's normal for how God knows how long. Lost control of my life. I could have. Okay. It's one of those things that, like I said, I do think that, like, reaching out to professional help if possible is always a good idea. It's something that sometimes just having somebody to talk to and have the, like, you know, get that, like, kind of bounce back can add a lot of clarity to these things. I mean, I'm not even kidding when I say that, like, it was about the same time I started hormones that I was finally able to pull myself out of a pretty bad depression. So it's something I didn't realize how bad it was until after the fact, which was a big problem for me, because it was something that I just thought that was how life was. I just thought everybody felt that way, and then I realized that it could be, in fact, different. But I do think that I'm having professional help for some years already, but the momentary part has been monetary. Oh, so okay, so like financially, it's something that yeah, and that's definitely a big factor. Yeah, it's a tough thing. There's no question. because I mean, like, gosh, like, I know even myself, like, there is fortunately systems here that you can go through, but it does take a lot of time to get to those systems if, you know, you don't have, you know, the finances for it. And even myself, like, had, with my, like, kind of regular day jobs I've had, it was unaffordable. So, I mean, it's definitely a big factor. Where did I get this giant pile of food? I guess I'll eat some of it. What the hell is this thing? Yeah. But it is something that, yeah, like, it's tough. It is very tough. There's no question. It's something that, you know, there's been, you know, kind of soft options online, but, you know, ultimately, you know, it's sometimes it's a little bit of like, I know for myself it was figuring out what I was waiting for, what did it feel like my life was on hold for. And for me, that was HRT in a lot of ways, because it was something I didn't think I needed HRT for so long, and then finally going on it was really like a click over for me, where, you know, things start to make sense and things start to come together. But hey Ikyo, how you doing? Yeah, yeah. So it's something that, like, I do think that there is, like, there sometimes isn't like a sort of snap over answer for these things, but it is something that it can take time to find what it is that you're looking for, what it is that's gonna give you that, like, fulfillment on, you know, a mental front, on a financial front, on these different points. As far as, you know, how to find that, unfortunately, I think it's just a process of just, all you can do is really try. Computer died. Oh no, that's not good. All you can really do is, like, you know, keep trying and hanging in there, and also understanding that, like, how to put it, like, trying to find the right word, like, not to feel, like, how to put it, it's, shoot, I have like 3 trains of thought going all at the same time, and they're all, like, kind of moving at different rates. I'm like, I can't think of what I was trying to say. Sometimes even though, like, I know for myself it would be like I would spend months of just, like, you know, sleeping my days away, and, you know, I mean, it ended up being years sleeping my days away, but it was something that, you know, it was something that I had to survive, and that's what I had to do to survive, and that was, you know, that was something that, even though it feels like something I should feel maybe ashamed of, I was doing what it took to survive in those instances. Try with public psychiatrist, and it seems like it seems it's the one that all the city ends up following. I was early in the whole process looking for HRT. I talked with him about it, and he said it wasn't. Oh yeah, stop going. Yeah, that person sounds like trash. So, yeah, like, don't sweat that. That person was clearly no good. But, yeah. There we go. But sometimes you just have to, like, be in survival mode. I often talk about that, and that, like, what's that mean exactly? Sometimes it is a case of you have to do whatever it takes to just, like, you know, whatever kind of keeps you the most, like, level and hanging in there, you know what I mean? I really don't need all this food, and I'm actually already at the boss room. How did this happen? Let's back this train up a little bit and go in here. But I mean, even myself, like, I had a brief instance before my HRT, because here, in order to go on HRT, you need to get approval from a psychiatrist. So it was something that hair. It was something that I did briefly talk to a psychiatrist, and of course, the way the system works here, the kind of bigger system says, hey, you need approval from a psychiatrist, but all the psychiatrists for the most part here are like, oh yeah, like, we will not gatekeep this drug from you if you feel like HRT is important to you. Like, you know, they understand the notion that, like, they can't, it's not something that's like there's no, they can't, there's no assessment that they can do that will, like, you know, do I want this? I do want this. Accuracy and crit. Yeah. Prevent nighttime ambush. How much energy we have left? We have 1. Okay. But it's one of those things that's like, so I had 2 sessions of talking with a psychiatrist. Actually was really nice. It was just really nice. It's not something I even thought I would benefit from. And even in those 2 sessions, I felt like a lot better after talking to her. Not necessarily specifically about the HRT, but just about the little bit I did get to vent to her. So I can definitely see where the benefits are. I do think that talking to professionals that are trained in that field can be very helpful, but I do understand that it's like that field is also going to have a lot of people that just aren't equipped for you specifically. So, you know, sometimes you will get somebody that just isn't the right match for you, and that's fine. Just all you can really do is move on and see if you can find someone else, ideally. But you know, the place I was going to get HRT, endo, and so on was helping a lot. But then Corona happened, and the hospital was infectology one. So okay, gotcha. Yeah, and I know even myself, like, my clinic pretty much closed down. They were going to close their doors permanently because basically the health system here was rerouting all its resources to essentially Corona, right? So they felt that it wasn't a necessary clinic, and they were going to cut that. They were going to cut the close the clinic permanently here, which yeah, it's definitely scary. And honestly, right now, and I talked about this when I went on TV, but the fact that transgender health is definitely still not treated as a priority, which is upsetting, because it is absolutely a priority, and it's just as important that I'm able to get my necessary medication as it is anyone else. So it's something that it's definitely a very, like, intense time. There's no question. Oh my goodness. Hey Emily, how you doing? Goodbye, Pikachu. Goodbye to the moon. Hey Emily, how you doing? What are you up to? Oh my god, 22 months. Oh my gosh. That's like how many babies? That's like what? Like 3 or 4? That's 3 babies. That's at least 3 babies. So many babies worth of subs. I don't know how that makes sense. That's how I measure subs, in babies. Babies are a measurement, right? Ordered pizza, fuck yeah, let's go. Whoops, I shot a corpse. I misclicked. Okay, whoops. Don't want to do that one again. 2.5 babies. I want pizza too. Let's throw away this note and collect our money. Honestly, this whole dungeon's like going... This whole dungeon's super short, so I'm not too worried about stuff. Wow, our health is really low. I'm like, this can't go wrong. This absolutely almost went wrong. Alright, boss time, let's go. What? I'm scared of going there, and it's long travel because it's in another city, and The car the healthcare system provides takes other people as well. Everyone needs to get their appointments, so it ended up being a 12-hour travel. Oh god, 12 hours, jeez. Okay, yeah, I can understand that being like, yeah, that would be really, really stressful. Ideally, you've been on HRT for a couple of years at this point, so probably as long as you're maintaining whatever, like, whatever you have been taking, it'll probably be fine, but, you know, that's really your call on that. I would say, I could understand it being incredibly stressful, though, because, yeah. I mean, I live like 15 minutes away from my clinic, and I literally only get to talk to them like once every 5 months, 6 months at this point. And it's frustrating, but it is something that, like, yeah, I think most places are going through stuff. Okay, so we're fighting the Swine God. Wow, 271 health. That's a lot of health. So we're gonna just like open raid up. Okay, that's really bad. We're marked, and we're also low health, but we do have a punch. Healing punch. Let's go. Just give him a sweet uppercut. Yeah. Too lazy to make shit right now, so thinking about making hash browns. I love hash browns for dinner, because winter hash brown's the wrong choice. You are completely right about that. The tasty as heck at all times. It's true, yo. Okay, so we are going to. I actually don't know what I should do. I guess I'm just gonna stack bleed. Get a crit, stack bleed. So here's a big thing that I picked up in the recent days of playing this, which is, what is hash browns exactly? Hash browns are like, think of like the same sort of like a patty of like, it's almost like a mashed potato patty that's just like fried. So it's kind of like, it's like fries, but it's like as a patty rather than cut into fries. Well, I mean, honestly, this is a weird fight, because, so here's the rules in this fight. You don't shoot Wilbur. You shoot Wilbur, you fucking die. So you mostly just focus on the Swine God. And honestly, the Swine God's not bad. If you hit Wilbur, you're fucked. But, like, otherwise, like, the Swine God very rarely is a problem. Our bleed's up to 19, so that's good. But I've recently like learned in this game. Oh my god, that is a mean hit. This is dangerous. It's just entered dangerous territory. Oh, that's bad. Okay. What do we got? 3 rounds. You stacking on bleed. Okay. And these two. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Charles is okay here. We need some big heals, though, seriously. We're gonna focus heal Charles, because Van Gogh here can heal punch. Wasn't a lot of health, but it was like enough, I guess. Obliterate body. Okay, scary. He's not that bad. She says the Swine God almost kills half the party. Yeah. I mean, it's Darkest Dungeon, so it's like, when isn't the party half dead? So here's the thing in Darkest Dungeon. Your health bar is like, think of it like a rubber band. It's gonna go down, it's gonna go up. Ooh, we're double marked. It's gonna go down, it's gonna go up. Ultimately, it's like a light switch. It only matters when it's 0, because if your health is 0, you're on death's door, and then you always have a chance of dying at every hit. As long as you have 1 health, you're not on death's door, so you'll be fine. But it's one of those things that, of course, you have to. There's a potential for doubled hits in situations, or eating a really bad crit, or stuff like that, where it is distinctly dangerous. Okay, we're gonna focus heal Charles again, because once again, Van Gogh here can like pull health if needed. Beautiful dodge, exactly what we needed. We're like down there, 27-38, so poison will take him out next run, and these two. So it's one of those things that, like, as I've played Darkest Dungeon, there's weird little quirks I've picked up, and the big thing is the fact that health really doesn't matter that much in this game. The thing you really want to be scared of is stress damage, and we have no stress damage right now, so we're pretty much entirely fine right now. I mean, there's always potential for a big swing here coming in, but he's gonna die to bleed, so he's done. Yeah. I've kind of hit the point where I'm pretty good at managing stress. There is some parties which just don't seem to have a good answer to stress, but otherwise, for the most part, things are fine. Time to take out Wilbur. Baby. Might as well de-stress a little bit. Like, and the thing is every boss in this game, bosses are the interesting part of this game, but every boss, like, has, like, a unique quirk to it that you have to learn. In this fight, it's just don't hit Wilbur, which is, like, really simplistic. But there is, it's like the very first time I went to fight the Swine Prince. You can easily make a mistake, which was, for me, I brought Man-at-Arms and put him in counter-tank mode, so he basically was just countering every hit, and then he counter-hit Wilbur, and we fucking died. Because you don't fucking counter-hit Wilbur. So that was a easy boss. That was not any problem at all. And that was the highest level version of that boss, too. So that was pretty nice. Bandages instead of, there we go. Okay. That was good. Yeah, that was an easy dungeon, not gonna lie. We actually ended that with less stress than we started with, so yeah. You can get hash browns. Yeah, you can look up hash browns, like, on, I'm sure, like, a Google search, and find, like, good recipes for just, like, it's barely what you'd even call a recipe. It's just like frying a potato patty. I was looking at your header. What's the story about crying because of chicken? The story about crying because of chicken is from Yakuza, because I played the original Yakuza, and in the original Yakuza, you get a chicken named Nugget. And I love Nugget. Nugget's a precious baby. And then when I was playing Yakuza Kiwami takes place like 15 years later or something. And at one point in the middle of Yakuza Kiwami, I was like, wait a minute. How old's Nugget? I'm like, what is Nugget? And I'm like, oh god, how long do chickens live? And I literally broke out and cried on stream because I thought Nugget was dead. It turns out that Nugget's actually, like, canonically, I think, like 30 or 40 in the Yakuza series by the end of, like, because I think Nugget's in one of the later games, and it's like so Nugget's just the world's oldest chicken. Oh god, I was really upset about Nugget. All right, another boss down. So we only have one boss left in the Warrens, and we only have one boss left. We have one boss left in the Cove and the Weald and the Warrens. And next we're going to do the Weald, which is actually giving me the exact same reward, which kind of fucking sucks, but life's like that sometimes. Whoa, you gotta... Oh, okay. Sort by stress. Most of my team is not stressed right now, which is great. Do we have a new keyed? No, the new keyed hasn't dropped yet. I never did change his name. Alright, so we got some blueprints here. I'm starting to hit the point where I can make blueprints, so that's a thing. So I've already made the one that improves healing skills and stun resistance, so very good one to take. And I also got one for the Jester for negating stress. So every boss usually drops a blueprint, which you can use to gradually give kind of passive upgrades to all your units. I want to play like a dragon when it drops in price. Yes, it looks really good, doesn't it? Yeah, because it doesn't do it for me gameplay-wise, but I think I'd love it as an RPG. I've heard nothing but good things about it as an RPG. My Final Fantasy 14 Chocobo is called Nugget. Oh, that's adorable. This is a great Chocobo name. Yeah, Like a Dragon looks really good. It's basically Pokemon if you were collecting like Yakuza members, from what I understand. Yeah, it looks really good. It looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, not even Yakuza members. It's just like collecting random people, isn't it? I like that the game is starring a bunch of, yeah, it's just like a bunch of middle-aged weirdos. Yeah, and it's like that's just great. That's just great. Nugget's a summon. Nugget is a summon. So Nugget is actually canonically still alive after there's only 6 party members. What? Really? I thought there was like a whole thing in that game that it was like collecting all these different like just weird guys. And I'm like, that seems like a cool thing to collect. Oh geez, okay, my perception of the game has been skewed clearly. Didn't play yet, but all the screenshots I saw like amazing. Nah, that's the Monsterpedia. Oh, I'm disappointed now. I wanted a game about collecting weird people. Alright. So we're gonna go to the Weald next, and we're gonna be fighting the 16-pounder, which is a fucking incredibly dangerous boss. This one is actually threatening. Like Swine God is like what I would consider like a beginner level boss. Like even if I'm fighting the hardest version of it, mechanically the only thing you can do is like fuck it up yourself. Like there's nothing that's gonna like ruin the fight for you. Take white. White would be a good pull or good option. You know who would be really good though? False. And we need accuracy. We need accuracy really bad. Yeah, because of Dex. You collect the guys in your decks, but they aren't play. Oh, that's a bummer. I thought they were playable. I was like, oh god, this is actually a really cool idea. Hit code. How's being a cat girl? Same as it was yesterday, I guess. It's alright, I guess. I came to say hi. Tired sleep now. Alright, you have a good night, okay, Heavy? Yeah, get some rest. Yeah, get, hand. Yeah, get some sleep, alright? Well, geez, I was under a deep misconception of what Yakuza Like a Dragon is like. Well, that's a shame. That'd explain why I always saw like the same like party, roughly. Yeah, with cat ears. This is fine. This is acceptable. So, what did we get from the Swine God, actually? What did we get? We got this, Wilbur's Flag. Stun resistance and dodge. Seems good. I'm gonna actually swap Jillin. Actually, we want bleed. We really do want bleed in this section. What do I want to do? This is no. We'll leave Athena in. What we want right now is we want accuracy really bad. Because right now, so here's the thing with the leper. The leper is kind of like, this class is super strong, but it's also the most inaccurate class, so it's always a risk when you're running this particular character. You know what? And you know what? That says it all right there. It's a risk, and what that says to me is we take white instead, because if for whatever reason the leper misses, this cannon is gonna dust somebody, so we don't want that. We're gonna take this and we're going to Focus. Focus. Okay. This is a team of sorts. In fact, it's a team that has a name, and they don't all have names. So, but if we get this one done, this is the last mission we have in the Wields. Also, I've noticed. So we've done one floor of the Darkest Dungeon, which I think has given us insight. Which I've noticed if you click around and move around the map and things like that, you'll notice sometimes it'll like flicker, or portraits will like be super warped and it's like all fucked up and it's super fucked. So that's the thing. I think we're probably good. I'm not even gonna take any extra stuff, just keys. Everybody's good. I'm gonna actually just back out here because I just realized something. I need to make sure everybody is equipped, because I don't know if everybody's equipped. Okay, everybody's equipped there. Also, hey Dominic, how you doing? Go wakes up, yeah, just every day. Every day is just like that. This is my favorite icon in the whole game. This adrenaline rush. Adrenaline rush actually, it just kills me, because it just reminds me of that meme of Arthur having a clenched fist. I just love that. I don't know why. It's just I'm like, that's makes me think of it every time I see it. Yeah. Doing good? Getcha. Very good. So we are taking care of this stuff, but also just because we were talking about it a little bit ago, like the big thing, Hannah, is like hang in there, right? Like things can and will get better. Clench fist Arthur meme will never get old for me. I know, right? I don't know why. It just like there's something just like that clicks with that meme for me.
To end the tiresome domestic distraction,
Cannon.
I instructed my newly formed militia of hardened bandits, brigands, and killers to go forth and do their work. Compliance and order were restored, and the noisome population of the hamlet was culled to more manageable numbers.
That sounds terrible. Alright, let's take care of this cannon.
Sulfur and gunpowder hangs in the air.
Oh god, this is actually a long dungeon. Shit. Oh, we're getting like super scouting though, so that's nice. Oh cool, it's a fucking corpse. Let's root through that and see if there's food. There is food. A lot of food. But yeah, have you ever played any of the Soulsborne games? I've in fact platinumed the whole series. Oh my god, what a long... This is a fucking medium? Are you kidding? Oh god, well I'm glad I packed a full thing of food. Oh shit, it's some really dry guy. I don't think I'll mess with that.
And purpose is made clear.
No, I've completed the whole series, platinums across the board. In fact, ideally, I'm gonna be playing through Dark Souls Remastered in probably March, and I'll probably have a double platinum then. It's a series I really like. I like it a lot. Wasn't expecting that. What? Say what?
Ambushed by foul invention.
I adore hard games, so I'm about it. Although I do think that they're kind of, I don't know, like, yeah. Which is my favorite? Bloodborne. It's actually no competition at this point. Is Bloodborne. Bloodborne's like the best of the series. It's just all round the best one. Dark Souls 1 is very good too, and for a long time for me it was very close, but then I was like, no, when it comes down to it, like, Bloodborne is just such a, like, kind of just whole experience, and yeah, like, I don't think any of them compared to Bloodborne. Would you say they're hard and a fair way? Absolutely. Like, none of them are particularly unfair. There's like one or two moments where like Dark Souls 2 is maybe a little bit like silly, but even then, like, the whole thing with these games is about like the fact. Oh, we have an elite here. Hateful Virigo. Kind of a scary monster, so we want to take care of him ASAP. Also, hey Valerica, how you doing? I have still not beaten the orphan. Ah, gotcha. It like, this is the thing, is they take time to get a feel for and figure out, but I think like overall they're extremely fair games. All right, well, we took care of all that. Okay, we don't have the ability. We could do some long range damage here, I guess. Oh, a crit. Wasn't expecting that. I mean, it does nothing for us except for 7 damage, but every game in the series has unfair moments, but it's in such is the way of things. Yeah. I played Bloodborne every Halloween. Yes, that's what I was doing for a while too. It was so good. I've probably done about 9 playthroughs of Bloodborne on stream. Oh, what the hell's going on here? I've never seen this happen. Fungus. Oh, shit. Okay, well, that's bad. Don't think I like you. Okay. Haven't had this happen. This guy! I haven't fought him very much, but it turns out he likes making fungus, so I'm gonna demake his fungus, and... yeah, hopefully he will go away. Gonna demake some fungus. There we go. From death comes life. Oh, okay, that's what he does. I was like glancing away at the time. Did I just stress heal? I did. Shit. No, we got it. Okay. I think the worst experience I had with the series was this boss that is 2 of the invisible giant cats in an area to get yes, I forget what their names are, but I know it's in Dark Souls 2, isn't it? And that's the thing, is like, there's always like nuances to it, but there is like, 2 has some particularly like nasty things in it, for sure. Bloodborne is near, oh, 100%. Bloodborne is 100% a masterpiece. It's, there's few games quite like it, in my eyes. Oh, the Iron King DLC, yes, yeah. It's funny because the DLC is like the best part of Bloodborne, but it also has the most bullshit, or it's the DLC is the best part of Dark Souls 2, but it also has the most bullshit in Dark Souls 2. But it's really good. So it is what it is. There we go. Okay, well, we took care of that elite like it wasn't too much of a problem. Treasure, take that. All the 2 DLC have one ridiculous optional boss, yeah. And the thing was like, I still enjoy them because they're like the thing that tests you, you know what I mean? Oh hey, a grave, we can dig that up, that's like a test. Oh, 100% worth it. Smash these weeds. Use, there goes all my shovels. Well, there better not be any more things that require shovels. Soulsborne community is an experience, in my experience, has actually been very kind overall. Yeah, I think here's my 2 cents on that. Not that I have a lot of connection with the community itself, but I do think that there's a lot of elitism in the Soulsborne community, which sucks, and I think that's like the worst part of everything related to Soulsborne is the elitism. But it is something that they're either super kind, helpful, or super elitist smugglers. Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things that's like, that sucks. That's no good. But Monster Hunter is the same way. Monster Hunter is really bad for having a lot of elitists too. You get people that are like, why aren't you doing like optimal route X? And it's like, I play by feel, motherfucker. Like, gosh, I play how I feel my heart. So it's like, yeah, they can piss off. If I feel like the right move is fucking jumping off a ledge and like power charging my fucking greatsword, I'm gonna just do that. Like, it might not be the optimal thing to do, but I'm jumping from the top rope and there's nothing you can do to stop me. There's no amount of like, oh, but DPS that you can like like fucking click your pen at, that like I will change my mind. Like, piss off, I'm jumping in from the top rope now, bye. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that are like, that's the thing, is a lot of communities have them. I do think that monster and party members are all the same targets. Well, you know how I play Keed. I have a very I have a big sword, and it's just how I be. It's a running joke. It's a running joke with Keed that like Monster Hunter is an asymmetrical experience when I'm on the field, because there's the monster, the party, and me, and I can be against either of you. Oh god. So that is a thing that happens sometimes. Any game will get it, but the harder the game, the more it attracts that kind of person. Yeah, agreed. I'm 100% with Wang Fu on this. It's why I feel absolutely 100% not bad when I fling coach. Yeah, no, see, it alleviates it. And the thing is like, when I play Monster Hunter, carts fucking happen. I do not care if people cart. You know what? Because the thing is, gotta bounce. Alright, you have a good night, okay? Okay, Emily? Like, take it easy, alright? Alright. Hitting the coffin. Oh god, we're almost there. Oh hey, a bonus room. I'm glad I got some extra food from that grave or tree stump or wherever we got it. And that's the thing with Monster Hunter is, like, if you watch top players card all the time. It's super legit. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, the game is built to be hard, and it's built to, like, if every run is a clear, it becomes boring in my eyes. Like, you want that element of, are we gonna make it? Because that's what's interesting, right? Oh, hey, I see you. Thank you for the raid. How y'all doing? Yeah. But like, that's the important part about Monster Hunter, is the fact that like it can be like, there's an unsure element, right? There's gonna be an element of, what if we don't make it? And I think that's what gives Monster Hunter some energy. If it's just like, and I've been in like parties that are like full tilt, they have like the full grind on, the monster is not gonna ever be an issue, and you know what? It's boring. So it's one of those things that like I have no qualms when, you know, there's that like up and down to the fights. That's interesting. But yeah, hey, I see you. How you doing? How'd stream go? I don't know if anybody, you know, I'm not sure what was streaming tonight, but hey, thank you for the raid. Yeah. I wonder if the rumors that Rise will come to PC. My PC can't handle World, but maybe it can run Rise. Probably not anytime soon. I would say, here's my 2 cents on that. Here's the thing. Rise is pretty much contractually like roped in through Nintendo. Nintendo buys really, really long contracts with these sort of games. It's sort of like, is Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate coming to PC? Probably not, because like when Nintendo and Capcom, like when Nintendo like ropes in Capcom for a Monster Hunter game, I think they shell out the big bucks. Like, these games are maybe not, they're like probably still timed exclusive, but I just don't see Rise coming to PC. I think it was a 1-year exclusive. Maybe I think World was at least like a year and a half, 2 years. I'm not sure how long World was, but World was never. I don't think World actually had an exclusive contract at any point. Don't mind me. I don't know why, but whenever I drink water, my VTuber looks like it's drowning. World was multi-platform right from the jump. Yeah, like I don't think there was any kind of like contracts on that front. If anything, it'll come to PS4, PS5. Yeah, like maybe. I would be very surprised if it came to any of these platforms, honestly, because it really does feel like something that money or Nintendo money had it the whole process. World just took a bit to port, right? Yeah, I think that was like the difference there. It seems that for Capcom being exclusive with Nintendo isn't a good deal anymore. Probably not. I mean, it never was on paper. Like, the thing was they could have always had more money and options, but it was just like, for them, it was, I think, financially reasonable to port or like work off the 3DS for a while, and having, you know, the exclusiveness with Nintendo paid in a lot of ways. Once World came out, they had like a fresh new Monster Hunter. They kind of were set so they could really port this to anything. I think the thing is they couldn't really port like Generations or 4 or, you know, those games to console so well. I know they did with the Wii U, but it's like also like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really cutting it. As far as Rise getting ported to something besides the Switch, I'd be very surprised, because it does feel very like integrated through the Switch's like structure, and I feel like how to put it, I feel like people have played World and Iceborne. I mean, it could. I would almost be surprised, just because usually Nintendo, when it comes to the Switch and Monster Hunter, usually does like try to keep some exclusiveness to it. Because let's be real, Nintendo's probably been like just itching over the fact that they couldn't get World or Iceborne on the Switch. Like, the fact that they couldn't have that on the Switch has definitely been like a big hurt for them, no question. By the way, you ever play the first Monster Hunter? I did in fact. I couldn't actually buy it, so I rented the game for a month when it first came out. It was the first one I played, and God, it's so bad. I loved it at the time. I have no qualms with it. I mean, like, it's one of those things that's like, if you went back after playing later Monster Hunters, it would feel bad, because there's been so many quality of life changes over the years. It feels like one of the handheld ones. It does. Like, it's very clear that like Rise is taking a lot of quality of life changes from World and Iceborne, but it does feel like the systems that it utilizes aren't the same as World. It really feels noticeable when you're swinging weapons and doing like just the little nuances of some of these weapons. It's very clear that they had to recreate these from like scratch, and they're not just like it's not a straight port from World. Attacking with the analog stick, why? Yeah, it was an interesting decision. And you know what? Actually, I never hated that. It never bothered me that much. You know, Capcom is a good company, but they're still a company at the end of the day. Yeah. It's where two humans stole it from. Oh my god. Keep in mind, the original Monster Hunter was one of the first early... it was an early console online game. Very much one of... It was. So there was... Monster Hunter was part of a line of games that Capcom did at the time, which were Monster Hunter, Resident Evil Outbreak, and there's one other one I can't remember off the top of my head, but they were all like online games with online elements, and they're all experimental. And a lot of people don't realize like how like loosely experimental these games were. And what feels like World is its own side series. I wouldn't be surprised if we see World 2 at some... Oh, we will absolutely see Monster Hunter World 2. I wouldn't be surprised at all. It really hurt my hand having to do the claw. Yeah. I mean, the claw is something related to the PSP games, because of course you'd have to, like... That was more related, I think, to the PSP games, but I'm glad that, like, most of Monster Hunter, most of those... everything that is ported the game or like done, most of the later versions of Monster Hunter after the PSP, the claw hasn't been too much of a factor. There's like by moments where you might need to do some like weird handwork sometimes on the 3DS, but for the most part it's been better on that front. But yeah, I guess for anyone that might be new to the stream, since we just had a raid, I'm Code. I also go by Katie or Kat, she, her pronouns. Variety VTuber. I usually stream 3 games a night, and yeah, I usually stream every single night. I'm currently on an 8-month streak, maybe a 9-month streak at this point. time has no meaning anymore, so here we are. So, yeah, speaking of which, I should probably shoot these guys.
Press this advantage.
Time is fake, exactly. Needle gets it. There we go. I personally think Rise is more of a test bed. Trying with some... I think... Here's my 2 cents. I think Rise, I think, is, like, yeah, pretty much what you're saying, White. Some variations learned in World, rather than being a game that'll get ported to other consoles. I think the thing is, I guess, here's my thing. Pardon me, sorry. Here's my thing. I think Rise is so specifically designed for the Switch that, like, it might be, like White said, a test bed, but it's a test bed for making a Monster Hunter that runs at, like, a low resolution, that runs at, like, a low setting, whereas, because I think they've realized with, like, World that it really can only run at, like, high end devices for the most part. You need a decent PC, you need a decent console for it. Rise, I think, is like them trying to feel out, like, building a system that can run on pretty much anything. But I think, like, it's, if anything, I could see them porting it maybe to, like, tablets or something really weird. Like, I could see them maybe doing something wild like that, sort of like what they did with Monster Hunter Stories. Because it does to me, like, I feel like when I've played Rise, I couldn't imagine this being, like, ported to, like PS5 and, like, without it being absolutely completely retooled, because it even the textures on the Switch look bad. Like, they would have to redo so much of that game, I think, just to, like, bring it up to, like, a high enough resolution for other systems. Should I get Rise? There is a demo, I believe, that you can download for the Switch. Totally up to you. Totally up to you, Needle. I'd recommend checking out the demo. I have, like, issues with Rise, but I'm probably still gonna get it. I do think mechanically the game doesn't feel as good as World. And I know that, like, actually one of the developers actually just came out today and said, give Wirebugs a chance. They have a steep learning curve, but they're good. And it's like, that's never a good sign, because it means that they haven't been accessible enough to new players. They've never been big on lore. How's the story in World? Didn't saw anything of it, but I always wanted to see the narrative on it because I love the world and ambience they have. Here's my 2 cents on Monster Hunter World story. Completely unnecessary, but it's, like, cute. It's very like, you know, they play the music at the right time. They have the emotional beats. It's like cute. I generally like the story, and the story does one thing that I really like. One thing for sure that I really like, which is that it has fucking old people in it, and old people doing things. And I'm like, old people can be part of society too, and I like that that's included in World. Because you have, like, Monster Granny, and Monster Granny's out there fucking studying the field, and she's backpacking and hiking everywhere, and she's super good, and I'm like, yes, I fucking love her. And not enough games have old people doing things, and I fucking love that this game, like, the whole through line in World and Iceborne is just that it's, like, the older generation handing sort of the world over to the younger generation, and yeah, Admiral Himbo, exactly. Like, seriously, like, I fucking love these, like, older characters in this game, and they're so good. And I fucking love the fact that there's, like, what's his name? There's, like, the Admiral, but then there's the shit, just one second, I gotta see if I got the names right. Okay, no, there's the Admiral, but then there's the, is it General? Nope, not the General. I gotta find his name. I gotta find his name. It's the Commander. Okay, so there's the Commander. And the Commander is, like, he's like a big guy. Like, he sets the tone as, like, the kind of, you know, he's the fucking commander, right? And then next thing you know, they introduce a character that's, like, literally, like, the same role as the commander, but it's the admiral, and he's an even bigger, older guy, and it's like, holy shit. I'm like, I respect this guy, and I really respect this guy. Seriously, like, World has actually a pretty fun story for, and there's also the Huntsman, who you don't see his face, but is alluded to that he's also an old guy, exactly. Like, the thing is like, I like World's story for the most part, but it's completely unnecessary. You don't need it to enjoy the game, obviously. But it does, like, how to put it, like, it's sort of like Monster Hunter 4, Monster Hunter 4, which, oh my goodness, hey Kate, how you doing? How's things been? Oh, hey Kate, thank you for the raid, how you doing? Oh. Hey Kate, how's things going? Doing okay? Gotcha. I was just thinking about you earlier today. I was wondering how things were going, and then I saw you were playing Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh, welcome to the chat, Busy. Welcome to the chat, Mender. Yeah. But yeah, so I guess for anybody that doesn't know me, hi, I'm Code. I also go by Katie or Cat. I'm a variety VTuber, she/her pronouns. I stream usually 3 games a night, and I stream every single night. I'm on an 8-month streak. Sorry I haven't been around lately. Hey, no worries, no worries. Like, life happens, right? Dealing with some of that IRL shit. Exactly. And that's the thing, is, like, I get it. No sweat. We're talking about Monster Hunter right now, and the fact that Monster Hunter 4 actually had... You know what? Here's the thing. Monster Hunter 4, Monster Hunter World, I don't think the stories are really anything to, like, get up and, you know, crow about, but I do think that the characters are fun. And they play the music at the right time, and that's like the 2 things that are really good about the stories in those. Hey Paige, how you doing? They should have used 4's story for the movie, probably. I've only played World, but I always got the impression that the Huntsman could have been like a protag in one of the older games. Huntsman definitely has like Huntsman's built kind of as a character that's like meant to represent like old school, like hardcore hunters, I think. Like, he's got that kind of resonance to him. My mind is completely deleted after the existence of the movie. You gonna lurk? Alright. Okay, you take it easy, okay, Kate? I know you just did a big stream. It was Final Fantasy Tactics, so I'm sure that, like, drains a person. So you rest up. It's good seeing you, though. Thanks for, like, popping in. And also, thank you for the raid. Alright. So, we're going to... I probably don't need torches. Who needs light? What is light even for? Yeah. Aw, thank you for the follow, Bread. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna open this chest, get a bunch of stuff we can't carry because it's fucking Darkest Dungeon, and that's how Darkest Dungeon fucking works. I don't know if I need these. I do need these. Do I need them more than paintings? Yes, I do. Do I need them more than bandages? Probably. Alright. Oh shit, I missed the bonus room. Let's go to this bonus room. Gotta spend my keys somewhere. Ara ara. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to take these all somehow. How do I fit all these? God, I swear to God, what? What'd I do? You're not old enough to ara ara. I am old enough to ara ara. I had the horrible realization one stream that it's like, oh no, I'm no longer MILF like hunter age, I'm MILF hunt age. It was a terrible realization. All right, let's see, what do we want? What is the cutoff before you can legally? This is a good question. I want this big diamond, but I don't fucking care, and I'm done. Oh man, you need a drink of water. Like, hydrate, buddy. It's not about age, it's about energy. It's true. I don't have the right kind of energy for it. I would agree with that. That statement rings true to me. Oh shit, I'm already here. Let's camp. So we're almost to the boss. This is... Honestly, it didn't actually take that long. It was mostly just we had a detour for Monster Hunter talk, which I will always detour for Monster Hunter talk, so prevent that nighttime combat. Self-buff. Self-buff. And that's all we got. Yeah. Aw, head pat, yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's true, and I don't have it. But everybody has a fucking ara like, chat reward. I would need an equivalent reward to replace it with. But people seem to like it, so it's like, okay. Oh, it's trapped. Oh, fuck me. Of course we are one shovel short. We would be one shovel short. Yeah, you gotta have the, just looking at Monster Hunter movie pics make me cringe a little. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know why Capcom keeps selling, like, their movie rights to that same couple. It's like, that's what they do. They just buy up Capcom's movie rights, and Capcom's like, oh yeah, here you go. Make some terrible movies. What do we care? Like, Capcom is, like, such a fucking sellout on that front. It's like, it's money. Do they make money though? They probably make money, but like, I guess only just. I had no idea Monster Hunter was getting a movie, and as soon as I searched around for images, one of the first images I stumbled upon was somebody from IGN asking who asked for a Monster Hunter movie. Yeah, that's the thing, is like the Resident Evil movies did it first too. Basic Monster Hunter action movie could be super cool. I don't get why I need, yeah, it's a guy. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think it's just like they wanted to make it like engaging, I guess, for like an American audience, I guess. They felt like maybe the concept was too like out there. But yeah, it's a terrible director, so that's like the gist of it. Like, yeah, true. The money to be made is in China. Let's be real. Yeah, also, yeah, fucking weird ass fucking racist jokes in it, which weird. Apparently Chinese wasn't, which is one of the biggest movie audiences, so I don't know if it made a lot of money. Yeah, there was a racist joke in it. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if you can call it a joke. It's not even a joke. It's just, there's a fucking racist scene in it, which is like, yeah. And the thing that's like especially shocking is it's clear that they make these movies to make like the big bucks in China, right? And the racist scene in it is racist against Chinese people, and it's like what? Like, yeah, it's not even, it's really not, like, yeah. it's such a weird decision. I don't even, like, I have nothing really to say about the fucking movie. It's just a weird fucking thing that exists. And the thing is it, as easily as it existed, it will unexist. So I don't sweat it. I know some people are like, oh my god, the movie, it ruined everything, and it's like, no. Like, let's think about this for a hot second. Are we gonna be thinking about this movie in fucking June? No, probably not. Okay, so we had to tear through that with our hands, and now we gotta fight the 16-pounder. This is gonna be a fucked up fight, so let's hope that we can live. Okay, this is pretty scary. Speed is -18 though, so that means they always go last. Alright. I have a bad feeling about this all of a sudden. Oh god. There, okay. we got to make sure that we're always taking out the. So the way this fight works mechanically, is you have the fuse guy who always lights the cannon at the end of his turn. If the cannon goes off, we fucking die. So we don't want that. So basically the idea here is to damage the cannon and always make sure that the fuse guy is biting the dust at the end of every round. I watched the Earwig movie last week. Oh, how was it, Paige? How was it? Oh god, they gave him stealth. Oh, that's fucking dangerous. Yeah, do not cannon. Exactly. Oh god, this is fucking really, really dangerous. I was not expecting them to give the fuse guy stealth. How many turns of stealth does he have? Okay, he's on stealth, but that that is really, really scary. Because like if he lives, we die. Okay. This is gonna be a very slow fight, and that's kind of the nature of this one. Oh shit, the fuse guy's the back row! Oh god, this is fucking it. I just realized the fuse guy was the back guy instead of the guy we were attacking. Holy shit, well, I just spent one of my 9 lives just now. Let me catch up with the chat here. That was clutch as fuck. Oh my god, I was like, how could they give stealth to the fuse guy? That seems like such a bad thing. Oh my god, that was scary as hell. Jesus. Yeah, that was really, really scary. Okay, well, we can't let that fucking happen again. Actually, you could probably stun the fuse guy, maybe. He's stunnable. Oh, perfect. And if he's stunned, that means we can take a swing at the cannon. I would give you a head pat, but it's on cooldown. Oh, well, thank you, Call. Okay, so on the Resident Evil front, they have the canon movies, and it's so incredible that the kung fu scene is so fucking cheesy and amazing. No one's say Monster Hunter based on the movies. People don't care about the video game movies. Exactly, and that's the thing, Charles, right? And that's why Capcom sells their licenses out, because I think the thing is Capcom doesn't really care, because they know that, like, at their core, their video game audience doesn't care about the movies and will continue to buy the games regardless of how shitty the movies are, which they should stop making it and just make animated shows. Yeah, I think like the animated stuff tends to be better, so I don't know why they don't just opt for that, I guess. His lowest speed, yeah, he always goes last. Okay, we're gonna get to do some more cannon damage, which is very, very good. Start to chip this thing away. And unfortunately, for some reason, the cannon's not vulnerable to bleed or blight, so how does it even fucking dodge? So that makes it a little bit easier to deal with. Okay, so they're putting the fuse guy in the very back row. Okay, maybe not the very back, but... Oh, nice. 4, 8. So we need to make sure... Yeah, there we go. Okay, we definitely need to health up here soon. Okay, this is like going alright. I remember watching the Resident Evil movies as a kid since the games were in English and couldn't understand them but the story, and we thought the movies, the actual story of the game. That's fair. Yeah, it kind of depends on like where you come from, or like where you come into the series from, right? My bot is so sore. Oh, take it easy, alright? So we can actually stun this guy, which is pretty good, except we didn't. Ugh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. They're gonna bleed out. They're gonna bleed out on their turn. I can attack the cannon safely, I think. Bleed never misses, so you're always guaranteed to get your bleed. 59. Okay. Fortunately, the fuse guy's been always in the center, so that helps a lot. Well, except for that one time he was at the end, which threw me for a loop, so I guess it's not always true. This isn't that bad. We almost died. We almost died. White almost got dusted, but that's okay. It's literally pointing right at her, so... my bot, the problem is I don't know why. I haven't done anything to make... Oh, gotcha. I mean, sometimes if you're sick, sometimes it just like comes out in your body. You just tend to be achy. Also, make sure you're hydrated. Hydration is really important. Because, I know, and also weather. Weather can be a big factor too. Oh, that's not good. Yeesh. Make sure, good. Okay, we stunned him. So when I was on one of my medications, it would dehydrate me really bad, and the way the dehydration would come out is as, I'd end up being very achy. There we go. Nice. This is done. This is in the bag. Cannon is in the bag. Paper, please. Spyro, right? Yes. Spyro is, yeah, you have to be really on top of Spyro, otherwise you tend to be really achy and sore, because it dehydrates you. I would like this cannon to not be anymore, if that's possible. Bam! Charles finishing off the cannon. Also, interestingly enough, every boss in this game, every boss in this game runs on the idea that if you defeat the core boss, all the supporting units die. In the Darkest Dungeon itself, they flip that, so you have to actually kill every single unit and the boss, which almost got me killed. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of the fact that they do it both ways in this game, and it's like, gosh dang, why? Negative 20 stress, negative 20 stress, negative 10 death blow chance. I would like the money and the book. I guess.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
I'm gonna eat my food. Alright. Let's get out of here. We did it! Hey, another boss down. Yeah. When I was on it, I felt like fainting every time I would get up. Every single time. Yeah, that's not good. That's, Spyro, I believe can affect your blood pressure, and because of that, yeah, you gotta be conscious of that. I'm already dehydrated. No, Jessipan, drink water. Water important. Everybody make sure to hydrate. It's important. We're in the Darkest Dungeon. You don't want to get dehydrated in the Darkest Dungeon.
A fresh irritant, the sum. A sanguine.
There we go. Another boss down. So all we have left is the formless flesh and the drowned crew. Basically done. Spyro sounds rough. Make sure you hydrate, Yas. But I guess like my point is that people don't associate like being dehydrated with achiness, but it absolutely is a thing. That's I guess what I'm trying to get at when I say that. Everybody, we actually have built like no stress any of these fights, so that's impressive. Nope, no new keyed yet. New keyed hasn't dropped yet. Both these areas already done, already fully upgraded. I guess I could upgrade these.
An increasing stockpile of curious trinkets gathered from forbidden places.
Just honestly, just upgrade it, because I'm pretty sure there's an achievement for tied to it. So, which is a shame because I should have probably saved it for this stuff here. Well, hindsight 2020, right? So what you're saying is dehydration is real life blight. Yes, yes, I am saying that. Oh, where did White go? Oh, right, whitehead disease. Okay, so the Weald is done. The ruins are done. We just have the cove and the warrens left. As far as whether I'm going to do these tonight, probably not. I'm going to probably, on my own time, do some homework, get the next 2 bosses unlocked. We will do them, and then we'll probably return to the darkest dungeon. Or maybe we'll do the courtyard. Oh, chipped tooth. I have a chipped tooth. Hey, Rock. It's actually one of my front teeth, too. And that's what started the whole Fang Fund, because I had to go in for a dental appointment, because I had to find out if it was going to be, like, if it was going to be a big problem. They were like, oh, nah, that's not a problem. Now, your potential 4 root canals, that's a problem. And I was like, uh-oh. So that was to do. Yesterday it was 3 a.m. and I was like, wait, I have to eat something besides lunch. Oh, God, you gotta eat. Gotta eat. And eat. If anyone else here is like me and forgets to eat, yeah. Are you the type to drink coffee? Myself? Me? No. I've maybe drank coffee once in my life. I've maybe drank 1 cup of coffee. Didn't like it. Felt like my heart was gonna explode. So I was like, hard no to this. Is my knee supposed to make popping noises? That's actually, like, popping noises aren't uncommon for, like, knees and ankles. But I guess, like White said, how often does it pop? When I bend it. Let me see. We have two regular rooms here, which is unusual. That's actually a really good one. Fortifying garlic in a medium or a long level 3 dungeon, that's not bad. What other items we got here? Tough ring's kind of tempting. That's a pretty good item. Yep. So anyways, I think we're done with Darkest Dungeon for now, so I'm gonna just like switch over here. Anyways, how's everyone doing?